Let me go to Sara on the defense side of the ledger. One of the things that this does, beyond the actual precise facts of the evidence, just communicate the agony of it. So long, minute after minute after minute, well after the man is down and subdued. That is a hard thing for, it seems to me, for defense lawyers to deal with.
Well, from a defense perspective, I have no idea how the defense is going to come back, because what the prosecution has set up is something that is very indefensible. What we saw today was a 19-year-old Christopher Martin, who worked at Cup Foods, who basically expressed his helplessness, his agony over the fact that maybe he should have just let this $20 bill go and then this man would not have died. We've seen this sense of guilt expressed by a lot of witnesses in this case, and it's very compelling, and it's going to stay and resonate with the jurors. And then you get to the body cam footage, which is really what I call the best evidence and the most damning evidence, because it's one thing to shoot a video, and we've seen it in the court of public opinion when this story broke last year, and we've also seen it in the trial in the last 3 days, but we've never seen body cam. And the benefit of body cam, when the device is on and when it's turned on, which in many cases is not, but luckily in this case it was, it is so close to what occurred. And that is why it's so incredibly hard to watch. You really get a different vantage point of what Chauvin did to George Floyd. And to your point, and again, this goes to the juxtaposition of Martin's testimony with the body cam footage. What basically we learned today is that use of deadly force was absolutely unjustified. The absurdity of a $20 counterfeit bill and the initial police contact to begin with, and the way they pulled him out of the car, the way he treated it, they treated him from the get-go with the gun pulled and all, and then fast forward to the over 9 minutes on his neck with Chauvin's knee, as multiple witnesses have described, with his hand in his pocket, knee pressed against Floyd's neck. All he was missing was a cigar in his mouth and a drink in his hand. It is absolutely horrific to see. And I don't know how the defense is going to come back and refute this. And by the way, the defense has had many chances, Terry, to poke holes at the case, and primarily yesterday, but even today. You know, they are focused on causation, that they're suggesting that Floyd died from something other than Chauvin's conduct, and they're focusing on use of force being justified. Well, we don't need to listen to testimony about that. We have seen video that absolutely establishes that the use of deadly force was unjustified. And by the way, even if the use of force was justified, at some point he should have stopped. The man was unresponsive. So again, what stood out to me most, Terry, was that, you know, all these witnesses have shown so much emotion and so much guilt over this, and the one man who hasn't is the one that stands accused, Derek Chauvin.
Sara Azari, criminal defense attorney, thanks very much for being with us on this intense day in the trial of Derek Chauvin.